Welcome to Muris Artis, your cozy corner for all things rustic beauty and timeless design. Here, we explore the charm of Mediterranean-inspired country homes, artisanal crafts, and heartfelt decor that turns spaces into warm havens. Whether you adore the soft glow of terracotta floors or the natural textures of weathered wood, you'll find inspiration and comfort with us. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's embark on a journey through spaces where history meets heart and every detail tells a story. We're so glad you're here. Welcome to the family. The rustic living room invites you into a warm Mediterranean embrace where terracotta tiles meet exposed wooden beams. Soft linens and vintage pottery create a soothing atmosphere that feels timeless yet welcoming. The fireplace mantel crafted from textured clay adds a gentle charm while sunlight filters softly through arches, bathing everything in a natural glow. It's like stepping into a serene Italian countryside dream where every detail whispers comfort and history. This dining room tells a story of shared meals and simple pleasures with its olive wood table and terracotta floor. The hand-painted ceramics and wrought iron candle holders add warmth and character. Light pours in from hidden windows, bathing the soft earth tones in a gentle glow. It's the kind of space where conversations seem to slow down and time feels just right, cozy, elegant, and utterly inviting. Step into the kitchen and feel the heart of rustic Mediterranean life. Distressed wood shelves hold vintage copper pots, and the warm beige stone counters beckon slow, thoughtful cooking. The window frames groves beyond, inviting nature inside. Every tile and utensil feels earned by years of use, yet everything remains lovingly cared for. The soft light and natural colors promise comfort and tradition in every corner. Nestled a corner away, the library radiates quiet wisdom and warmth. Leather-bound books and ochre armchairs invite moments of peaceful reflection. The soft plaster walls and hand-woven rugs bring texture and depth, while sunlight dances through arched windows to create cozy light pools. This room feels like a timeless refuge where stories live and breathe quietly. The formal living space enchants with its heavy beams and stone hearth, conjuring old-world elegance with rustic warmth. Damask armchairs and ceramic medallions add subtle color and tradition. The terracotta floor's aged patina grounds the room, while filtered sunlight softens every surface. Here, Mediterranean life feels sophisticated yet deeply grounded in history and comfort. The breakfast nook is a quiet sanctuary of softness and earth tones. Cushions in olive and burnt sienna cuddle a stone bench beneath exposed beams, while the distressed wooden table invites slow, shared mornings. Sunlight spills in through wide windows, revealing the lush outdoors. It's a small space that feels infinite in warmth, where nature and home coalesce into gentle comfort. Golden sunlight pours into the sunroom, where limestone walls and terracotta floors cradle olive green wrought iron seating. The large windows open wide, letting in breeze and views, while handmade ceramics and linen curtains add softness. This space breathes Mediterranean calm, a place to pause and let the day unfold at its leisure, surrounded by natural textures and quiet beauty. In the main bedroom, exposed beams and plaster walls welcome relaxation with muted earth tones and soft linens. The terracotta floor, layered with a wool rug, gives tactile warmth underfoot. Sunlight spills through large arched windows illuminating rustic pottery and wood furnishings. This is a restful retreat shaped by simplicity, comfort, and Mediterranean warmth, where calm reigns supreme. The hallway's rough stone walls and terracotta tiles whisper stories of time past, softened by cream plaster and wrought iron sconces. Wooden doorways lead the eye down softly lit corridors, decorated simply with woven baskets and dried herbs. The aged patina on the floors evokes lived-in charm, inviting wanderers to move slowly and appreciate every rustic stroke. A lush indoor garden room brings nature indoors with potted olive trees, terracotta floors, and textured stone walls. Sunlight saturates every surface, highlighting handmade ceramics and wrought iron details. Linen curtains flutter softly in the breeze through open windows, blending the indoors with the Mediterranean outdoors. It's a sanctuary of life and light where rustic earthiness feels like a breath of fresh air. The mezzanine lounge spreads out under timber beams and flowing linen curtains, warmly bathed in afternoon light. Soft leather armchairs and olive wood tables invite quiet relaxation. Textured plaster walls provide a neutral backdrop for hand-thrown ceramics and natural throws in rich ochre hues. This space feels open and airy yet deeply grounding, a perfect spot to lounge in rustic Mediterranean serenity. The study room evokes quiet focus with low beams and terracotta floors cracked with age. Plaster walls in cream hues wrap around a vintage olive wood desk paired with leather seating, surrounded by shelves of books and artisan decorations. Light filters generously through windows, bathing the room with a gentle warmth. Here, time slows and thoughtful work becomes a pleasure, steeped in rustic comfort. The cellar tasting room speaks of tradition with weathered stone walls, clay barrel racks, and terracotta flooring softened by woven rugs. A handcrafted wooden table with simple rustic stools invites visitors to linger, while small windows offer slivers of natural light. Grape wreaths and earthenware pots add an authentic Mediterranean touch, making this space feel quietly timeless and deeply rooted in craftsmanship. A rustic pantry hums with old-world organization. Wooden shelves hold preserved fruits and dried herbs, terracotta flooring gleams, and plaster walls are painted warm cream. Olive wood cabinetry and weave baskets add practical charm, while golden sunlight filters softly through small windows, illuminating ceramic containers and breadboards. This modest space feels lovingly curated and ready for the slow rhythms of Mediterranean life. The sitting room glows with fireplace warmth and antique elegance as stone, and would combine naturally. Linen sofas in soft earth tones surround a wooden coffee table layered with vintage pottery and olive baskets. Sunlight floods wide windows, casting soft shadows on terracotta floors covered with textured rugs. This is a sanctuary for quiet reflection and rustic charm blended with time-honored Mediterranean tradition. Breakfast in the rustic dining room feels like a treasured ritual. The wide wooden table is surrounded by mismatched chairs, each worn and unique, and the terracotta tiles ground the space in earthy warmth. Soft cream plaster walls and large arched windows flood in sunlight, while dried wildflowers bring a touch of color. It's a joyful, timeless setting where every morning feels filled with promise and Mediterranean calm. Sunlight floods the craft room where wooden beams stretch overhead and terracotta floors scatter woven rugs. A sturdy olive wood table holds vintage ceramics and handcraft tools, filling the room with subtle, creative energy. The warm plaster walls and linen curtains enhance this humble workspace, making it a perfect place for slow, thoughtful crafting in true rustic Mediterranean style. The informal sitting area is a quiet blend of natural textures, stone walls topped with wooden beams, terracotta flooring that bears a rich patina, and linen upholstery in gentle olive and cream. Large windows frame blooming gardens, while rustic pottery and olive branches lend subtle grace. This space feels like a quiet embrace where Mediterranean nature and cozy interiors melt into seamless comfort. Step onto the expansive rear garden patio and feel the embrace of rough stone walls and terracotta tiles warmed by the sun. Olive wood dining sets under a pergola draped with climbing vines create an idyllic outdoor retreat. Potted herbs and creeping ivy soften the space, while wrought iron lanterns add quiet charm. It's an invitation to savor Mediterranean afternoons in a rustic, timeless setting that cherishes nature and tradition. The backyard terrace is a serene haven framed by stone walls, terracotta flooring, and large olive trees. A wooden pergola draped in grapevines and bougainvillea offers dappled shade to linen-cushioned benches below. Terracotta pots scattered across the garden bring warm color, while soft sunlight bounces off rough plaster walls, creating a peaceful rustic atmosphere alive with Mediterranean charm and quiet natural beauty. Thanks so much for joining us on this rustic tour of Umbrian country charm. We've explored warm textures, natural light, and handcrafted details that bring these spaces to life with Mediterranean grace. If you loved soaking in the cozy ambience and gentle elegance as much as we did, please do give this video a like and hit subscribe so you never miss more beautiful inspiration. And we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below to share your favorite detail or what you want to see next. See you in the next video.